Wrong way round.
Oh, beds.
I just put this one
Here. This is where it gets a bit tricky because just getting a few bricks laid on this porch wall here. I hope the sunlight doesn't mess with it. It's just a dwarf wall for a porch to sit on basically. I've already done the other side, you can see over there on the camera hopefully. Just need banana bricks. They are all over the place, the size. Easily. And they really do suck the life out of the mortar. And you get the odd one without a frog in as well, like that one. Quite keen on the gauge here as well, because we'll need to see in the height. The oak porch is already marked there. The other one we managed to get under gauge, so that was good. Ideally under, but definitely not over. So that's what I wanted. We'll try. We're going to finish the top then with blue brick on edge. We'll also do a little core work for the blue brick on edge as well, just to give it a bit of detail, otherwise it looks a bit plain. And it gets us away with, if the brick on edge is a different length to, well, the blue bricks are a different length to these bricks. So we get out of that scenario as well. So we haven't done it garden wall bond or anything. We're just doing two structure bonds side by side. And we'll turn the end bricks. I'll put some ties across. If you did garden wall bond with these bricks lengths are so different. They'd be in and out a bit. And it just didn't look as good. So that's why we've gone for that side at least. So that's one good thing about when the temperature slightly changes. Let's keep on getting these down. Fixing them myself today, so slow progress. I'm sure some of the quick bricklayers like Charlie Collins would have had this up in the morning, but never got any speed. This being pointed up here, trying to shallow it too much. It's still really strong. Do our perks first. We'll do our beds. brush to tip the joints out. Hopefully tip them properly, take the time doing it. Stay forever and ever. They're looking really soft there. Leave it a bit of time if you want. Leave it a tiny bit more. This isn't too bad. Just gently get all the snobs off there. Yeah, if you're leaving marks in the mortar, then you know it's too wet. Like that, and then just have a look at it. Touching up after that. Rough proper finish. I hope you can now start to see the wall in this shadow hopefully disappearing. Back to my bananas. Don't lay bricks as often as I'd like it. My good is just not a brick in West Wales. You take it when you can. So on, try and pick the straightest one we can at the end again. Too bad. The size difference on is unbelievable. Push that right into the lip. Kept these joints tight. It's the same length as the other wall I built. The joints are better the other way, so just the brick sizes. I think there's 10mm between some bricks. Put this up here. I've got a pencil line on the wall, so I'm just ranging through that far. Flag.
That is what I like to see. Right, we're just doing this little detail on here, ready for the brick on edge. So stepping the brick out 25mm either side here. That gives us a bit of width for the brick on edge. We have a little fillet on there just to give it some sort of feature on the edge of the wall. So we'll start off here with a couple of halves just to break the bond. And then we'll carry on through. I've done that side over there. A couple of halves and a 25mm cut. I've got a bit of batten, which will also set us our width as well, to save measuring all the time. Some of these are solids without the frog, so I'm using this for some of these, especially this end one. Just makes it a lot easier. Especially for doing the small cuts. You can do the small cuts off the solid ones, that's easier as well. Tend to try and just get them on and then move it around for its final positioning. You can hear that singing on camera, that's the plaster in the background. Hopefully you can't. Just get this one here. Okay, we'll give it a slight little level up. That's not too bad. Just make sure we're not a million miles away there. I know you can't go off these entirely because the brick can actually be out of shape a fair bit. This is where it gets a bit tricky because I mean, you could screw a batten to the wall, fix it to the wall somehow, but I didn't really want any screw holes, and we only did it yesterday as well, so we don't want anything moving around too much. And it is doable because I've done it on the other side. Just till you get them fixed in place. You like to move a bit. Another brick now before we put the batten up against it. You don't try and line every brick through that batten underneath, because some of the bricks, with the shapes being so far out, they're nice straight bricks you can, but just make sure they're not tipping that way because they've got the overhang. We will line them through with the level as well at the end. We're not doing too bad there. Not too bad. Done that cobbling out on chimneys, you realise you've done a lot of it, and then you end up under this. Just put this one here. Check that for level. We're pretty good there. So we'll just put this batten underneath there. Give him a little tap there. Right, we know that end one's right and the other end one is right. So we'll just line these through. Obviously, if this was a longer wall, you'd set a line up. It's just not worth it for this. By the time you mess around with a line, you could be done. So just joint these bricks up here. You've got to be careful not to push anything out. Actually push that out then. And then you've got to make sure you get the bits under there. I'll try and lower the camera down so we can see. So you've got to get these bits under here, like that. Don't know how steady I can hold that. And then all the little details. Get all those little bits like that, and then even these little bits, just make sure there's no holes or anything there. Brush it off as well with the others. Solid blue from the end. way round. Oil for whale. I think we got heating oil, we didn't get it at 15p, we got about 40p, which is, you know, it's just below 60 at the moment. Yeah. Yeah. But it's always 40 pence difference to Pont Abraham. Nice full joint. Just doing a little point up on these bricks here. Blues take a lot longer to go off than the red ones beneath them. That's why they're such a good brick. They just absorb so little moisture. They're hard as nails. That's why you see them used on plinth courses on houses a lot. Really good actually for using below ground, well below DPC level. Because you don't want to worry about any blown plaster or anything like that then. These will just take all the weather all day long, all the splashing, all the frost. Let's take that. That's also why they're really good to use on chimneys as well. surprised now how damp these bricks are still, how damp the mortar is. I'm just going to do this fillet now. There are a couple of ways of doing this. You can mark a line across the bricks if you want to follow. I'm going to do it like this because the bricks were going off underneath aren't the straightest, so we're not going to mark a line because well, you could measure down from the top of these to mark a line, but ideally I want the mortar a bit drier than this, but not too bad. It's nice to do this while the pointing's still a bit soft on the, well it's not gone off on that anyway because you can touch it all in nicely together then. Don't try and shape it all in one go because you need to just get at it while it's going off a bit. So just put it down like that and leave it go a bit, and then you can run the trowel through it a bit more. But don't get too obsessed with trying to get it right in the first try while it's all still wet. You just won't get it. Just brushing this off. Gone off just enough now. Still need a little acid in on you. They always do. Only a light acid in. And you can run a little sponge through this just to make it tidier. You don't really want big brush strokes in it. You just want to get these little bits there where it comes up, just to a perfect finish. And just get these little bits up to get all the little joins and things like so. I'll just do this side and I'll just show them the finished job. It's all ready to be cleaned off when it's gone off enough, but I'll do this for now. Show the other side now, starring the coffee cup. Just show the pair of them all together, like so. Just show now, just wiping off with the sponge as I forgot to do that.